gentlemen, it's Larry Grayson.
Are you all right? Oh, dear, honestly, I'm absolutely worn out. I feel just like a rag doll. I do. Do you mind if I sit down? My legs are all going. You know, the thing... Oh, you know, I've had the most terrible week. Oh, I've had a dreadful week. You see, actually, I'm not sleeping too well, you know. I'm not. No. Well, I'm already for it, and I go to bed, and when I get in bed, I can't sort of get off. And so the other night, I won't take a tablet, you know. Never take a tablet or a powder. No, never have. I took a Bob Martins once, and that finished me. Well, done by mistake, of course. Well, the other night, I was really tired out. I'd done too much, and I'd done a bit of washing, and I thought to myself, well, I'll go to bed early. Well, just before I went to bed, I went out to see if my bike was all right. And the lady next door came out, and I told her about her cat. And the dog, she got a cat and a dog, and the bicycle, I mean, it's got all rusty, my bike. Well, I said, she doesn't tell him about it. So I went in, he said, I went to bed, and it must have been on my mind. It must have been on my mind, because I had the most terrible nightmare. The most terrible nightmare. You see, I dreamt I was on this island, and I was fishing, but I hadn't got a rod. And then I was searching about, there wasn't a soul to be seen. Not a soul. And I was searching round, and then I looked in the distance, and I saw this ship. And I shouted, "Ahoy!" What else do you shout? "Ahoy!" I shouted. And I kept waving and waving. Well, I must have waved too hard. Because I fell out of bed. I thought, well, I must stop this. Otherwise, I should break something. And then where should I be? Well... Well, anyway, the next one, I got up. I thought, I must go and see my doctor. Well, I've got a new doctor, and I've never seen him, you see. I thought, well, I'll go and see what he comes up with. Well, I was very lucky. I went, and there was no one in. Well, just a woman sitting there in a trouser suit too tight for her. So she's been lagged for the winter. Well, I went in. She was sweating like a dray horse and had all snuffed down her. Well, I went in. And you see, he was amazed, you see, when I walked in, you see. And he said, yes, what can I do for you? Well, I said, you know, I keep going limp. And that's sort of the start of it. I said, he said, let me examine you. He said, let's see how things really stand. So so he examined me, he gave me a good examination, a very good one. So he said, well, everything seems to be in working order. I thought, my friends will be pleased. He said, well, what else have you had? I said, what else have I had? I said, I've been right through the card. I said, I've had everything. I've tried everything. And the illnesses I've had, I said, I've had every illness there is. And those I haven't had, I've been promised. When I'm in that hospital, I said, they call me by my first name. I said, and also, they cook ginger pudding twice a week for me. And I've only got to lift an eyebrow and they bring a banana. I said, I used to have to have my leg up 3 times a day for an hour. It was so good to me, I didn't even feel him putting it up. I can tell you. Kindness itself at St. Editha's. Kindness itself. He said, you've pushed yourself too hard. He said, now, you must take things quietly. He said, what's the good of doing all this, wearing yourself out if you've always going to end up on your back? He said, now, what's the use? He said, my advice to you, as he moved the flower vase, my advice to you is to take things steady. I said, you'll have to wait till after tomorrow night. I said, because tomorrow night, I'm refereeing a wrestling match. It's with the Red Shadow and the Witch Doctor. It's a friendly.
On my left and in the red corner, the African Witch Doctor. On my right and in the blue corner, the Red Shadow.
Yes.
Best part of the show. Lovely. Been to a cockfight? Size 7s. Dirty hands. No, don't do it. Get back. I saw you in Sanders of the River. You were very good. Come on. Now, what I want... Wait a minute. Wait. Stand back. Get back. Will you stop it? Control yourselves. We haven't started yet. Move. He seems like a nice boy, doesn't he? Now, I want a good, clean fight. I want no biting, no scratching, no groping, just a straight... That's it, say. Now, may I have the bell? You've heard that? You'll hurt him. No, wait a minute. Please, no waltzing. No waltzing. Get me up. Get me up. Get up. You're all right. You get. Oh, you've lost your thing. One. Lydia! I'm rather enjoying it. What a gay day. What a tight night. Howdy. Well, you must be wondering why I'm attired like this. Well, the fact is, tonight I'm going to help out the act that they usually get me into, you know, but tonight I've given my services absolutely free. And I would like you to now meet, all the way from Texas, Alex Laredo. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Laredo. Very good.
He's not finished yet.
What do you mean he's not finished?
He's got a wee piece of paper here.
He's got what?
A wee piece of paper.
Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm trying to tell him.
My head's going round.
Yeah,
Now what?
Look, will you hold a piece of paper? Just open your fingers. That's right, now hold it. Turn that way.
Stop it. It's quite a minute.
Now, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You see the man with the whip?
You can't miss him, can you?
You see, at the end of there's a great big thong.
What?
Which is razor sharp. Thong.
A thong?
A thong,
yes.
Aye. And he's going to bring it down.
Yes.
You're going to hold your hands out very still.
Yes.
That's right. Yes. And he's going to split the piece of paper down the centre.
When's he going to do this?
Right now.
I know he's not. No, I'm not.
Mr. Grayson,
No, no.
you've got to help.
Yeah.
I got a big one.
You are? Oh, I see. Oh.
Come on, this way. Something else before.
Oh, I hate balloons.
It's party time.
Is it party time?
Party time.
Oh, well.
What he wants you to do is to hold it above your head and he's going to shoot it between your hands. The balloon.
I know he's not, you know.
Oh, yes.
No, you never told me anything about this, you know.
All right? Yes, Dexter. Okay,
What's he say?
He says, I'll shoot you first, Mr.
You'll do it?
Yes, I'll shoot you.
Yes, all right.
You take the orange balloon like this
Yes.
and hold it neatly in front of the tongue.
Yes. Hey, can't bear guns. I feel so silly, you know, because I mean, I could have done that myself. I'm very sorry. I did help out, didn't
Yes.
I? Okay, that's lovely. Right.
No, Dexter wants you to do it differently.
What do you mean differently?
I'll show you. If you just stand like that,
Yes.
give me the balloon.
Yes.
You're going to put it between your legs.
Are you sure you're a good shot?
Now sit there with me.
You missed only once. You're going to be all right, aren't you? Yes.
Keep very still now.
I don't think it's too sure.
Here to answer your questions on curios and antiquities, it's Larry Grayson.
Hello. Well, once again, it's my phone in, and I wonder who we should be speaking to tonight. It's all very exciting, isn't it? I wonder who... Oh. Hello, Larry's phone in.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
My name is Mrs. Bumper.
Oh. Well, what can I do for you, Mrs. Bumper?
Well, I'd like some advice about my large chest.
I see.
Yes. You see, one side is beginning to warp. And, do you want to know about the other side?
Oh, I do.
Well, the other side is turning a rather funny colour.
Oh, I say, you are. You have a problem, haven't you, Mrs. Bumper?
Yes, and you
I mean,
see-
besides your name. Go on.
Yes. Now, look, my husband is bound to notice it, you see, because it's the first thing he turns to at bedtime.
Do go on.
Well, I'd just like to tell you the last time it happened, the man next door rubbed it all over with linseed oil
what
and
happened?
pumice stone.
With pumice stone?
That's right.
Yes, and what happened?
Well, the knobs fell off.
Well, I'm not surprised. You see, he must have rubbed it anti-clockwise. Yes.
Does that make a difference?
Oh, I should think it does. Especially if there's an R in the month.
Yes, it was March, I remember now.
Yeah, well, there you are then. You see, it was very wrong.
Well, I think I'll go and ring his bell.
Yeah, I should. You ring his bell, dear, yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Mrs. Bumper.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, dear. It takes all sorts. So maybe it will be your turn next week. So phone in if you can, then I'll be glad to answer your questions. Goodbye. Hello. I'm looking for Mr. Runcorn.
Oh, may I introduce you to Mr. Pemberton? He's Queen's Counsel.
I'm not surprised. Hello, how are you?
All right, Mr. Grayson, now that you're here, you must be quick, you understand.
Yeah,
We've got
only
very
just 2
important
minutes, just 2
case.
minutes.
Just sit yourself down there.
It
will
stopped
you?
raining outside.
Oh, jolly. Now then, Mr. Grayson, what can I do for you?
Well, I want to change my will.
Oh, no, not again. You're always changing your will, Mr. Grayson. I don't understand you. I wonder if you'd be a witness for us, Mr. Pemberton.
You're very welcome. Have you been at it long?
Quite a few years.
Yes. It shows.
I don't understand.
Where you walk.
Now, which one is it going to be? The one in March 64, or the one you changed in April 67, or the one you changed in 71 in February, or the one you changed last Thursday?
Well, there's no need to go mad about it. I mean, after all, you get paid for doing it.
Now, let's see where we are, shall we? Let's read what it's all about.
Wrong colour.
Now, it says here, I, Lawrence Horatio Grayson.
My mother loved Nelson.
Now we come to, yes, certain specific bequests.
Yes, that's right.
£3 a year to save a sailor fund.
And why not? It's a very good cause, you know, Mr. Runcorn.
Runcorn.
Oh, you smoke a pipe. How manly.
£20 a year to help feed all the poor bitches in Coventry Dogs Home.
Well, they've got to be fed. They've got to be fed. There's a lot of them there.
Do you still intend leaving your body to medical science?
Of course I do. Of course I do. I mean, if they do a bit of poking about, they may find something that they've never seen before. After all, it's known I'm a living, breathing mistake. You are going to light it, aren't you? Yes, good for you.
All right, Mr. Grayson, now we come to the beneficiaries in your will. The most important item it says here is your brooch.
Oh, yes, my brooch. Well, I was going to leave my brooch to Slack Alice, but I'm going to change it now. I'd like to leave it to my friend Everard Farquhar Harson. It's a brooch of Blackpool Tower, picked out underneath in seed pearls, the word mother.
Now, having said all that, what about Slack Alice?
Well, what about her?
Well, you were going to leave that to Slack Alice.
Well, now, I've changed my mind about that. I'm now going to leave her my stove.
Oh, I see.
Yes, because she cooks a lot, you see, and she can put it by the side of her bed.
Yes.
You see, because she can't take solids. No, she can't take solids. But she's always cooking soup. And also, I'm going to leave her my Shirley Temple songbook. She loves Shirley Temple, loathed Jane Withers. You should hear her. Any more crackers in my soup?
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Grayson. Now, what are you going to do with your bugle?
Well, first of all, I'd like to get my billiard table settled. You know, I've got a billiard table.
You have?
Yes. I'd like to leave the billiard table to the rugger players. Oh, my billiard table's very precious to me. The times I've been snookered on that. And I'll tell you another thing. I always believe that never let anyone chalk your cue.
Well, why is that?
Well, it's bad luck, you know. If anyone else chalks your cue, well, with me anyway, if anyone chalks my cue, the balls are everywhere.
So that's a billiard table.
Yes, to the rugger club.
To the rugby club.
Yes.
Now, to get back, what about your bugle?
Now, my bugle, I've got a lovely bugle, you know. It was presented to me by HMS Ramrod. And it's got on the bottom, thank you for a lovely weekend from us all. And, oh, you've lit it. Well, I was going to give that to the landlady at the Cock and Trumpet.
Yes.
But I've changed my mind now. I'm going to leave it to the landlady of the Monk and Cucumber. Yes. She can hang it in her buttery.
Yes.
Oh.
That's about it, Mr. Grayson. Just sign there, please.
Oh, yes. Have you got something? Oh, how old-fashioned and lovely. I was in a Christmas Carol once, you know.
Were you really?
Played Tiny Tim, miscast, of course. Think that one out.
Hello, yes. It's for you.
For me? Oh. Hello? Is that you, Brenda? Brenda Alcock? What have you got to tell me, Brenda? The landlady of the Monk and Cucumber said what? She did? Well, Brenda, I'm very pleased you rang to tell me. I'm more than pleased, and you shall be rewarded. As I say, as you butter your bread, so shall you lie on it. I know, Brenda, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Yes, dear. Yes. Thank you for ringing, dear, and I'll pop round and have a cup of tea with you and a bit of fairy cake a bit later on. Goodbye. Bye-bye, Brenda. Could I make an appointment for next Tuesday afternoon at 2:30?
Whatever for.
I want to change my will.
You want to change your will? Oh, How dare you come into my office like a raving idiot every 3 or 4 weeks changing your will? What do you think you are? If you ever come to this office again, I shall personally take you to court. And what's more, I shall sue you for everything that you've got.
Do you defend people?
Yes, I do.
You do? Then you're engaged. Many years ago, I was in a show traveling up and down the country called High Kicks and Splits. And in this show, there was this naval scene. And lots of people from Basingstoke, Letchworth, Oldham, and other foreign parts wrote in and said they'd seen me in this show, and they asked me if I'd recreate the scene on television for them. And so tonight, I'm going to do that. And I would like to also add that I have 2 boys with me tonight that were with me in that show, and they were only 16 at the time, and I have those boys here with me tonight, and I'd like you to meet them now. Ladies and gentlemen, the boys. And I might add, it's a very nostalgic moment for the 3 of us. Who's got a girl in every port, hanging around like flies? Yo ho 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 ho, the sailor with the navy blue eyes. Who's the gob that's got the job, waving the most goodbyes? Yo ho 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 ho, the sailor with the navy blue eyes. See those shoulders, so broad and glorious. See that smile notorious. You can bet your life the man's in the Navy. See those nice blue trousers walk about. See that salty walk they all talk about. Mister, what's your wife? Dorothy Ward. The man's in the Navy. Now lots of these men stand 6'7". Lots of these men have arms like heaven. And lots of these men have hair all golden and wavy. And when 10,000 gorgeous women will, I'll speak to you afterwards, chase him like some hunted criminal, you can bet your life, Dorothy Ward, the man's in the Navy. Who's got a girl in every port, dangling around like flies? Yo ho 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 ho, the sailor with the navy blue eyes. Who's the guy that they all buy dozens of socks and ties? Yo ho 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 ho, the sailor with the navy blue eyes. Who's the dog that's got the job, waving the great goodbyes? Yo ho 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 ho. Oh, you've both been so wonderful. The sailor with the navy blue eyes. Well, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for looking in. And I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope to be back again the same time next week. In the meantime, look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. And remember, I love you very much. Ta-ra.